Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Lightspeed Racing League. It's the Xfinity Series racing at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're here with the All Stars of the LSRL racing here tonight. This is race number one of our playoffs. Last Tuesday night, we ended our regular racing season, and tonight we start the playoff races. 8 drivers are headed for the playoff for the championship, and we'll get into those just in a little bit. But we want to welcome everybody aboard here tonight with the LSRL broadcast, and we appreciate y'all joining in. This is Buckshot up in the booth, going to be calling all the racing action for you tonight. See some familiar faces there, that names on the ticker board that is out here with us to race with us tonight. Currently 17 drivers, it looks like, that'll be in the running for the race tonight. Everybody out here tonight will be racing for the win. Everybody wants that checker flag win, and everybody on the racetrack will be racing for that win. However, for 8 drivers here tonight, that checker flag could be the number one thing that they're going to be going after, because this is one of those if you win, you're in situations. So we are looking into um, getting into our championship run here, and should be an interesting night of racing without question. Some of the guys that are here that's going to be running for that championship points and running for the win of the championship this season. We'll take a look at those drivers here. Chris Harvey is one of our drivers that is going to be running for that championship race. He has not logged in to race here tonight. There, as a matter of fact, he just did. The number 97 of Chris Harvey. He just did log in and hit the ticker board, so he will be racing with us tonight. Joshua Lawton, you see him in that number 55 machine out there on the racetrack. He will be racing with us tonight as well. Jonathan Schwartz. I'm not seeing Jonathan on the racetrack anywhere, so it does not appear that Jonathan has signed in with us just yet. But he still has about 11 minutes to do that, so there's time for him to get in to make the run for the championship in this round here. Brandon Massey, our current champion, he's on the racetrack and his 65 machine. He'll be running for another championship here for the playoffs. Kyle Perry. Kyle does not look like he's logged in just yet, so we'll have to keep an eye on him and see if he makes it in for the running here tonight. Sam D. He's out there. He's currently over there in the pits in his number 21 machine. So he's here with us to run. Randy Arms is here with us tonight in his number 83 machine. Randy, there's his car on your screen, that Amco machine. So he's made it out to race with us tonight. And the last guy will be the number 8 guy. His name is Jason Dalton. Dalton in the number 22 car. He will be racing for our points championship this year as well. So all but just one or two of the guys that's in it for the running of the championship has made it out. And it'll be interesting to see how those guys play out their strategies here tonight at Las Vegas. We'll take this opportunity to thank all of you guys that log in with us every week to watch the Xfinity Series drivers go at it out here and race. We appreciate that. All of our drivers that come out to be with us, we want to make mention of them as well and tell them how much we appreciate them coming and racing with us here at Lightspeed Racing League. All of their teams that come on, all their fans that watch every week. Glad to have you along tonight. All of their sponsors and our sponsors as well here at the Lightspeed Racing League. We appreciate every one of them. We couldn't do it without them, wouldn't want to. and we're happy to have them along for the ride. Grid Finder, the Butt Kicker, Sim Speed Shop, Proto Sim Tech, Track Time Entertainment, Wilder Graphics, Sim Racer Hub, HME Esports, and Wolf Speed Media. So we appreciate all of you guys for coming on here with us and helping us out every week. Tonight we're here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the Grid Finder 150. We'll be taking a look here just in a moment at our race facts and see where we are with that. The truck is doing some technical uh, touches here. We see Randy Arms going around on the racetrack. Luckily enough for him, he'll be able to keep in control and get it brought to a stop. But he will be able to get out there and get back into the racetrack because nothing that happens in practice is of any factor for these guys. So they'll if they bounce off the wall or tear something up, they'll be able to get back in. So nothing to worry too much about on their part. All right, let's take a look at our weather facts here and see what we've got going on with that. We have a wind of approximately 2 mile an hour that these guys will be playing with. Now, that may or may not play a factor in the event. We'll just have to see as long as it stays down like that. I don't think that it'll play too much of a problem for these guys. It is currently 77 degrees outside. It is clear, and the relative humidity is 56%. The racetrack temperature is 80 degrees. So that'll be some interesting things to see here going on in the race here tonight. All right, let's go over and let's take a look at some of the guys that's here with us tonight as we were going to take a look at Joshua Lawton. There he is in the yellow car. He's on pit road over there right now. Brandon Thornhill, he's out on the racetrack in his number 68 machine. He's with us here at the race tonight. Brandon Massey, I believe he might be over in the pit area there as well. Brian Sutphin, I believe he'll be over there as well into the pit area there. Randy Arms, he'll be over in the pits as well. Jason Dalton, he's here with us again tonight, as we said there just a little bit ago. He's there. You can see the top of his car there on pit road. Chris Dean's made it out here tonight. He's also on pit road currently. Joe Owen, he's made it out in his number 160. He's as well on pit road, I do believe. There he sets. There on pit road. Josh Tard Hill, he's on the racetrack turning some laps in this last 4 minutes of time that we've got in practice. Brandon Murray's with us tonight. He'll be over on pit road as well. Aaron Hearn, he's made it out here tonight to race with us. See Big Joe Murata. Oh, big hit right there from the back, putting both the vehicles into the wall. Another good hard hit. Keep them off the wall, boys. Won't be able to. They'll take a hit, but as I said a little bit ago, they'll be able to take them in and repair them and get them ready to go for the race. Now let's take a look at how our race is going to play out here tonight with a little bit of information about it while that we're down to just under 4 minutes left. in the race here, or in the practice time right here, right now. So the information is going to be as follows. We're going to have 2 qualifying laps. We're going to have 5-lap sprint race. That will set the field for our main event of 100 laps. 3 total sets of tires, 1 on the car, 2 in the pit area. No fast repairs tonight, and fuel at 70%. That will be our setup to make the run for tonight. 2:42 left in practice, it does look like here. Right now, we see the number 91 car out there on the racetrack. That's Aaron Hearn. Just under 1 minute left in practice, and we're going to be going to our race. Qualifying laps. So as we make preparations for that, 11 seconds left to go here tonight, folks. Just in case we had a technical difficulty early on, not 100% for sure that we got word from the trailer that early on we may have not had any voice. We want to welcome everybody to the Light Speed Racing League, just in case that you didn't hear us at the beginning of the broadcast. We appreciate you joining in with us, and looks like practice is now over. Looks like all the guys will go down pit road, and it'll come time for qualifying. We'll see who that it is that'll make their way out to the racetrack first and start their qualifying runs. Right now, it looks like everybody has made their way into the pits. So we'll be taking a look and see who is going to be coming out to the racetrack. Tony Serbo is on the track, it looks like. We'll take a look and see where he's at. There he comes, that number 29 machine. Landon Quisenberry, he's back with us after being off for 2 weeks. He's out going to be turning some laps for his qualifying run. Sam D's out there. Joe Owens made it out. Aaron Hearn, Brandon Massey, Joseph Murata is all on the racetrack. Dale Lee's out there. Adam Lee's out there. Adam Lowe, Chris Dean, Jason Dalton, Barrett Flows out there, Jonathan Schwartz is out there. Randy Arms, Chris Harvey, and Jeremy Moore is the only guys. Josh Tard Hill as well is the only guys that are not on the racetrack turning laps right now. Joshua Lawton, he was fastest in practice. We'll see where he comes up on the board now. He's at a 30.71. Serbo, these numbers are going to start coming up pretty fast, so we're just going to see how everybody pans out here. Looks like Massey has went to the top of the qualifier board right now. Joshua Lawton turned his second lap, and he was back out on the top now. There's Thorny Hill and his number 68 machine. He's finished with his qualifying run. Big Joe Murata, let's take a look at him right now. He's currently 13th. See if he's able to advance on his first run. And it looks like he will stay there in about 13th. Aaron Hearn still seems to be, his time is in as well. There's Brian Sutphin. He's made his run. 18 cars going to run with us here tonight at Las Vegas. All right, everybody is into the pits now, and they are under their driver's meeting. So it'll take just a minute for them to get that over with and get underway. So while that they're doing that, we'll remind everybody that last week was our final week in our regular season. Starting here tonight is our playoffs, and these guys are going to go at it. And everybody on the racetrack tonight is racing to win. So everybody's going to be racing their heart out, getting to where that they need to get to, hopefully pull off that win. But our list of 8 drivers, as we said earlier, is going to be Chris Harvey, Joshua Lawton, Jonathan Schwartz, Brandon Massey, Kyle Perry, Sam Nimian, Randy Arms, and Jason Dalton. Those are our guys that advanced to the first round. These guys want to get as many points as they can here tonight, do everything they can possibly, and maybe even win. Because if you get into a win situation, you're automatically into the playoffs. Jonathan Schwartz currently on the racetrack. Not sure that he had not already qualified, but we're showing a few other drivers that have yet to qualify. Randy Arms, he's entered the racetrack late to qualify. There he is, his AMCO machine. And the NASCAR great himself, Mr. Hermes Adler, in the number 9 Chevrolet. He's entered late. He'll be able to get in. And we're showing Jeremy Moore and Chris Harvey still yet to do whatever they're going to do. But we'll see where they are. Let's take another look here and see where these guys are at. Looks like Hermie is his final pass. Now we're up to 21 of these machines that will be racing out here tonight. In the top 5, we have a Toyota sitting out front with 2 Chevrolets and 2 Fords there behind. on our leaderboard. Currently, Hermie crossing the line, 21st fastest. We'll see if he's able to gain any ground. All right, you can look at the top of your screen there, and you'll see all of your drivers of the LSRL. Their intervals there running across the ticker parade up there. Hermie's going to take her to pit road and make some final adjustments and get her ready to go racing. So we're just a little bit away from getting things underway here and going racing. Again, we appreciate you joining in with us. We appreciate your teams, the drivers, all the sponsors, not only our sponsors, but each driver sponsor. We appreciate everybody for coming along and with the Light Speed Racing leg. While these guys are getting finished up with what they need to do, looks like Joshua Lawton's going to stay at the top of the board as our pole sitter for our shootout race. Brandon Massey will start second. Schwartz will start third. Sam D will start fourth. And Barrett Flo, he'll round out the top five. Massey coming into tonight's race off of a win from the Camping World Truck Series of the LSRL from Friday night. He went on to victory lane in that race. He's coming off of a win, so we'll have to watch and see if momentum plays a part on his race here tonight. Coming in off of that. Then we have our current truck champion, Landon Quisenberry. He's back in the house with us tonight after being off for a couple of weeks. Landon, um, as I said, is our current truck champion. He is here with us tonight, so we'll see how Landon fares. We want to say how much we appreciate our admins that work every week behind the scenes to get these things ready to go racing. And without them, we couldn't do anything that we do. So we appreciate them and the hard work that goes into everything behind the scenes. All right, now it's coming down from the truck. They are into their um, drivers' meeting. And we are going to the grid. So let's take a look at the grid here tonight. Joshua Lawton's going to start in the front row. Alongside him will be Brandon Massey in the number 65 machine. Jonathan Schwartz will start third in his number 58. Sam Demian, he'll start 20. Will start fourth in his number 21. Barrett Flo, he'll start fifth. Jason Dalton will start sixth. Brandon Thornhill will start seventh. Brandon Murray, he'll start eighth. Chris Dean, he'll start ninth. Brian Sutphin will round out the top 10. Dale Lee will start 11th. Randy Arms, the Buckeye native, he'll start in 12th. And from there back, it's going to be Josh Tarrant Hill. And then it will be Joe Owen will start in the 14th spot. Landon Quisenberry will start 15th. Big Joe Murata starting 16th. Adam Lowe starting 17th. Tony Serbo, he'll start 18th. Hanyon Sutphin, he'll start 19th. His number 4. Aaron Hearn, he'll start in 20th spot. Hermie Sadler will round out in the top 20. There's the lineup for tonight's race. There's your front row of Lawton and Massey. We take a look back through the field here at some of these guys. Just look around there, find your favorite driver. They'll be rolling off here in just a few minutes, and we're going to get our shootout underway. And we're going to find out how we're going to get lined up here. There comes our drivers, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are out on the pace car, which means that we are going to be going racing. We're going to be turning these guys loose tonight, folks, and we're going to have our 8-lap shootout. And that will set the field for our main event race of 100 laps here at Las Vegas. I don't know about all you folks at home, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than right here, right now at Las Vegas, watching the All Stars of the Lightspeed Racing League Network going at it here tonight. The pace car is off the racetrack, so we will be going green. Joshua Lawton, number 55, he'll start the race. Here we go. We are green. We are underway in our shootout. Lawton takes the lead. The number 58 is Schwartz down on the inside. Brandon Massey high on the outside. He's getting left behind right now. He has fell back about 3 spots. Barrett Flo in the number 92. He's made his way into third right now. Brandon Massey under attack by Dalton down on the inside. Massey high on the outside. Massey now under attack by the 6th machine. Up front, it looks like there's going to be a lead change possibly here. Here comes the number 6 machine of Murray getting into the picture. The number 58 is Schwartz down on the inside with Lawton on the outside. 2 by 2 all the way through the field right now, folks. Everybody racing for position. This will start the lineup. Looks like Schwartz is going to have to fall in line behind Lawton. Then we move back here, and we've got these 4 cars that's coming into the picture now, or 5, I guess I should say. Jason Dalton, Brandon Massey, Brandon Murray, Brian Sutphin, all in the mix down here. Racing for position. 3 laps to go now in our shootout. The 26 of Sutphin and the 6 of Murray got awfully close together there. If they touched, they were able to hold them together. They're side by side coming down the back. And there's nothing that Thornhill can do but just sit there and watch it take place. He's kind of locked in where he's at. There's not really anywhere for him to go. Chris Harvey crashed. Chris Dean's crashed now. We are on the final lap. Joshua Lawton, he's still leading the way. And he's out by About a half a dozen car lengths or so. We've got another car going around back there. That's going to be the car of Brian Sutphin. Lawton coming down the stretch now. And at the line, it will be Joshua Lawton. He will win our shootout. Now, we mentioned about some drivers that had crashed during that, but don't get too excited about that because most of these guys will end up crashing at the end of this race for whatever reason. They like to slam them into the wall or each other for whatever reason, but they'll take them into the pit, they'll get them fixed, and they'll bring them back as brand new cars. All right, let's take a look at our lineup now. Joshua Lawton, he'll start on the pole. Jonathan Schwartz, he'll start outside. Jason Dalton will start third. Brandon Massey, he'll start fourth. Brandon Murray, he'll start fifth. Brandon Thornhill, he'll start sixth. Sam Deal starts seventh. Randy Arms, the Ohio native, he'll start eighth. Landon Quisenberry, our current truck champion, he'll start ninth. Barrett Flo will start 10th. Big Joe Murata out of New York, he'll start 11th. Joe Owen, he'll start 12th. 13th will be Aaron Hearn. 14th will be Josh Terrett Hill. 15th will be Hermie Sadler. Hermie started in the 21st spot, worked his way back up to the 15th spot. Daniel Sutton, he'll start 16th. 17th, Brian Sutton will start. 18th, Adam Lowe in his number 50 machine. 19th will be Tony Serbo. Chris Harvey will start 20th. 21st will be Chris Dean. 22nd will be Dale Lee. And that will be Jeremy Moore bringing up the final spot in 23rd. That is our race grid for tonight. We have 100 laps of racing ahead of us, folks. Hopefully, you got your cold drink, you got your favorite snack, popcorn, candy bars, peanuts, hot dogs, whatever that it is that you like. Get your favorite drink and your favorite snack, folks, because the all stars of the Lightspeed Racing League is going to be going racing. Lights are off on the pace car. And he should make a hard left down pit road, and these fellers should fire him up and set him sail for the 100 laps here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. There goes the pace car down pit road. Joshua Lawton is the pole sitter. He'll start the race. And we are green. We are 100 laps away from finding out who the winner will be here tonight at Las Vegas. Joshua Lawton down on the inside under attack by the 58 of Schwartz and the 22 of Dalton. Early on, Murray coming up there in the fourth spot. Sam D in that pink machine down there on the inside of Massey. Lawton will take a comfortable lead for the time being. Now we've got them side by side racing for second. That's exactly what Lawton wants to see. Well, the 22 car got a little bit loose and slid up the racetrack. He was able to keep it off of everybody, and they were able to keep him straight going down the racetrack. He's still down on the inside, running a little bit of a different line than the rest. He's took on third comfortably now. Brandon Murray in the sixth machine. He's now fourth. And Brandon Massey, he's rounding out the top five under attack by Sam D on the outside. There comes Landon Quisenberry into the picture. Landon is currently running 8th behind Brandon Thornhill. Randy Arms there, he's in the mix now. He's running 9th. And Joe Owen, he'll round out the top 10 in that number 160 machine. Lawton making a big gap right now at over 6/10 of a second over the second place car of Schwartz. The 22 of Dalton looking down on the inside of the number 6 of Murray. See if he'll be able to get a run here. Murray decided he's just going to roll up. Massey now looking down on the inside back here of the 22 of Jason Dalton. They're side by side. Some great shots from our cameraman here tonight. Murray still trying to hold off the Schwartz machine. Our first caution is out, and that is going to be due to the fact that Barrett Flow has crashed. We'll take a look at our replay here and see what happened. Looks like they just got together and touched one another. See who else was involved in it. He's going to go down. He's going to hit the inside wall. Hopefully that won't be too much damage for him. Maybe he'll be able to get that repaired and get it back out. Unfortunate circumstance for him this early on, uh, especially with no quick repairs in tonight's event. That might not be the greatest thing in the world for him, but um, maybe he'll be able to make some repairs to it and get it back out there and on the racetrack and try to make up some positions and try to gain some points. All right, back up now in the front where we sit so far currently. It looks like Joshua Lawton has made his way to the pits. He's going to come down pit road. So that's going to put Jonathan Schwartz as our leader right now. Brandon Murray will be second. Jason Dalton running third. Brandon Massey running fourth. Sam D back here. He's still running in the top 5. Brandon Thornhill's running 6. Quisenberry's now made his way up to 7th. Quisenberry just back off of a 2-week hiatus. So welcome back, Landon. Randy Arms, his Amco machine. Randy's currently running 8th. Josh Tarrant Hill, who's running 9th. Aaron Hearn rounding out the top 10. Behind him at 11th, going to be Big Joe Murata and his number 5 machine. Joshua Lawton, he'll be running 12th as he comes back off of pit road. Dale Lee be running 13th, his number 40 machine. Adam Lowe, he'll be 14th. Hermie Sadler, he'll round out the top 15. Tony Servo, he'll be 16th. Chris Harvey will be 17th. Joe Owen, he'll be 18th. Chris Dean will be 19th. Kenyon Sutphin right after that. Only 10 laps down of the 100. Jeremy Moore, he'll be 20th. Chris Dean will be 21st. Brian Sutphin will be 22nd. And Barrett Flo, who was just involved in that crash, yeah, he'll be 24th. It looks like he's going to have some work done to it. He's going to make it back. He's not going to have any nose on the front of his car, but way to go, Barrett. Give you a thumbs up, buddy. If I could see you at the racetrack and could pat you on the back, I'd do it. Uh, Never give up attitude's what it takes to be a race car driver. And you got to take the good nights with the bad nights as well. And when you get tore up like Barrett has here, and he's able to bring it back to the racetrack and going to race it, yeah, that's the driver for you right there. All right, you got them lined up, folks, and we're going back racing. Jonathan Schwartz in a 58 machine. He is our leader. Looks like that John Dalton is going to fall into second place. Murray third, Massey fourth. Sam D currently running fifth, but he's under attack from Thornhill. Sam D down on the inside. We've spoke with Sam D. He's had some good finishes this season. Randy Arms now looking down on the inside of the 68 of Thornhill. Let's see if he can muster to get past these two. Sam D has now relinquished that spot. And it looks like Lawton in that 55 machine, he's making up some ground now. He's got himself in seventh, and he's bringing it on. But that's not uncustomary at this point in the venture because he just went down pit road. He's on new tires. Everybody else stayed out. So them new tires are going to play a factor. But how's that going to pay out later in the race when he may need tires? We're 14 laps down of 100, and he's already used up a set of tires. So we'll see if his strategy works for him here. Right now, everybody up the front is staying the same. Throw a blanket under the front four cars. Then the next two cars back. That's Lawton looking under Thornhill for position. Landon Quisenberry looked like he's going to be making a run on Randy Arms back here. Sam D trying to stay in the fight as well. Then Tarrant Hill, he's the next guy in line out here. His number 81 Harrison's machine. Right behind him, Hermie Sadler. Hermie's looking down on the inside and see if he can get something down in there to gain a little bit of ground on Tarrant Hill. He is there looking down on the inside. We'll see if he's able to make the pass. Side by side. Hermie will make the pass. He'll roll it out in front of Tarrant Hill. Here comes the other boys. That's going to be the 26th machine of Brian Sutphin. Barrett Flo right there in the mix as well. He's number 92. Chris Dean in his number 86. He's making up some ground here, gaining some spots. 18 laps complete. There's Chris Harvey. Spoke with Chris here a little ways back, and he's had a couple of good finishes this season in his Tennessee Shine machine uh, in our regular season. Joe Owen driving that Pepsi machine at number 160. Back out in the front, Schwartz still leading the way. Dalton's running second. Massey has now made his way up to be racing for the third spot against Murray in the number 6 machine. Murray will hold that spot. Massey will have to give way currently. Massey now racing Thornhill for position. But it is Jonathan Schwartz leading the way here at Las Vegas. All right, we are back at Vegas. And we are under caution, and this will be our competition caution. So we didn't miss anything. Nobody wrecked while we were away at commercial break. Everybody going to come in and do some repairs, do some tire changing, and whatever that they need done on their race cars. Here they all come back off the line, and we'll take a look here in just a second of our lineup. All right, let's go take a look and see where everybody is right now. There they come. Joshua Lott will be our leader. Hermie Sadler, he's came all the way from the back to the front row. Hermie's going to restart second here. Josh Hill, he'll start third. Daniel Sutphin, he's going to start fourth. Joe Owen, he'll start in the top 5. Tony Serbo, restarting 6th. Chris Dean in the number 86. He'll start 7th. Adam Lowe's going to restart 8th. Jeremy Moore, he'll restart 9th. Chris Harvey, the number 97 machine, he'll round out the top 10. Jonathan Schwartz in the number 58 machine, who was our leader as the time caution come out, he's going to restart 11th. Jason Dalton, he'll start 12th. Brandon Murray, he'll restart 13th. Brandon Thornhill, 14th. Randy Arms will restart in the 15th position. Brandon Massey, he'll restart 16th. Sam D, he'll restart 17th. Linda Quisenberry will 18th. Big Joe Murata, he'll restart 19th. Dale Leo round out the top 20. Aaron Hearn, he'll restart in the 21st spot. Barrett Flo, here he comes, and he'll restart 22nd. Ryan Sutphin, he'll restart 23rd. So as we get set to go back to green, looks like we're going to make another round of the racetrack under yellow. The lights are still on the pace car. They'll get them all lined back up. Good to have everybody on the racetrack with us tonight for the start of our playoffs. Now, keep in mind that the drivers that are in the playoffs here tonight are 8 drivers. 4 of that is going to be Chris Harvey, and Chris did not make it too bad of a start here tonight, but he is currently right now running in the 9th spot. Joshua Lawton. Joshua is back up in the front. He's leading the way here tonight. Then the next driver up after him is going to be that of Brandon Massey. Now, Brandon Massey was up in the front running, but he went into the pits, took on some tires and fuel. He's going to restart 16th. Kyle Perry did not make the race tonight at all. So that's going to be a little bit hard on him when it comes to the playoffs. However, although he did not make it, Sam D did. And Sam is going to restart in the 16th spot. Randy Arms. Randy made it out here tonight. Randy's restarting 15th. Jason Dalton. Jason's here with us tonight as we go green. And Jason restarted in the 12th position. Those will be our drivers for our playoffs. Lawton commanding lead now out the front, just almost by half a second already. Hermie Sadler's fell back 2 to 4th after restarting in the 2nd spot. Tard Hill, that number 81 machine, he's running 2nd currently. Joe Owen in the 160 Pepsi machine running 3rd, and there's Hermie running 4th. And Dean back here is rounding out the top 5, and he is under attack inside and out. They are all over him. That's going to be the number 4 of Sutphen, as well as the 58 of Schwartz. Hermie Sadler going for a pass on the 160 of Owen. They're racing side by side all the way back through the field there. Hermie will get by. Here comes the number 86 machine of Dean, now putting pressure on the 160 of Owen. Cars running everywhere here on different lines. And we are currently under caution. Not sure just exactly what that was all about. But for some reason, they felt like it was time to throw a yellow for whatever. These guys that control the race, these flags are controlled by iRacing. And they'll sometimes see things that we don't necessarily see or we don't necessarily catch. Aaron Hearn, he's entered pit lane. He had nothing to lose. He was running 20th at the time the caution came out. So he really didn't have anything to lose by going down pit road. So he's going to take an advantage of that. and see how that works out for him as time goes on here in the race. Our virtual stands are sold out. Fans in the stands everywhere. We appreciate you guys joining in with us here. We are getting no information from the truck, so this could be planned. I wouldn't think that it would be so quick unless they've decided to change the lap for the competition yellow. The 92 of Flo getting a wave around. He's back on the lead lap now. He'll come up to the tail end of the longest line for his restart. So it should be Joshua Lawton still in the front, leading the way. Josh Hart Hill in the 81. He'll start second. Hermie Sadler third. Christine fourth. Joe Owen rounding out the top five. We're 30 laps down of a 100 lap race. You heard last week in interviews that these playoff points have become a factor in the regular racing season. Some of the drivers already talking about the playoffs and trying to make preparations for that and getting ready for tonight. While that we're under yellow, the lights on the pace car is still flashing, so that means we're going to make at least another lap around. So while that we have the time, now would be a good time to make mention of the fact that if you are looking for some place to race, we invite you to check us out on Facebook at the Lightspeed Racing League. See if there's something in our venues that you catches your eye that you would like to race with us on Tuesday nights, as we see right here, right now. We are running the Xfinity Series cars on Wednesday night, which now the season has come to an end, and it'll be a few weeks before that they get fired back up to go racing. But we race on Wednesday nights at the UMP Modifieds. So if you're a dirt slinger and like to race with us, check us out on Facebook. All right, then on Thursday night, we race the F1 cars. So come out and join with us in those. If you'd like to get into the F1 series and start racing with the Lightspeed Racing League drivers there, um, hook up with one of the administrators and see if we can get you in there. The lights are off on the pace car now. They'll begin to start getting them side by side and get them ready to go racing again while we finish up on Friday nights. The trucks is going to take a week off of the racing season, the regular racing season, and they are going to be holding next Friday night, if I'm not mistaken. They are going to be racing an all-star race on Friday night. So you'll want to join in that night and watch that race. That's going to be rather exciting to watch. The all-star event of the Lightspeed Racing League Truck Series next Friday night at the regular starting times. So join in with us for that as they bring them side by side, getting them ready to go back green. 32 laps complete. It'll be 33 at the restart. Now there goes the pace car. Lawton, just as soon as he gets to the restart zone, he launches it out. He caught everybody asleep there. Big jump out. 8-10 car lengths now. Hermie Sadler Hermes raced his way down on the inside, and he's going to be in second spot now, solidly. Back behind him, some good racing going on for position between the 81 of Tart Hill and the 86 of Dean. And not too far back, Harvey's coming into the picture. Back just a little piece behind him, you see some more racing going on. Joe Owen and Brandon Murray racing one another here for position. Murray will claim that spot. Owen under attack now by the 22 of Dalton. Jason will get by. There's Randy Arms. He'll get by. Owen's losing ground back here. Now here comes two more cars in the picture. It's going to be Adam Lowe and Sam D. Brandon Massey has now moved forward by 2 spots. And it looks like they've got up along the wall. Hopefully they'll be able to keep it off of the wall. And the nose is gone on Massey's car. He must have got hard into the wall. His nose is completely gone. Joe Owen there. He's wrinkled up in the back. That's probably what happened to Massey's car. There's Hearn. He has no nose on his car. But he's staying out there and he's a racing, and good for him. Ryan Sutphin is out of the race here. Up here in the front, there has been some change. Chris Harvey's out on the front now, leading the way against the 55 of Lawton. Earlier in the race, I think at about 14 or 15 laps down, Lawton took on tires and fuel, and he chose to stay out this last time around. And now it could very well be that these guys have newer tires than him. We'll start putting some space between them and him. We had a car go into the wall back here again, but I was not able to see who that was. Randy Arm's been rather quiet out here tonight. He's just kind of sit here and ran his own race and doing his own thing out here tonight. You got to be able to make it to the playoffs for the next round in order to be where you want to be at this point in the stage of the game now. So Randy just kind of relaxed back there. Harvey pulling away now on Lawton. Racing for position back here between Chris Dean and Jonathan Schwartz. They'll get them lined up here, and they'll go single file. 41 laps complete of the 100 that's scheduled to run here tonight. An unfortunate circumstance for some of our point drivers here tonight. Brandon Massey just going to end up having to do all he can to gain what points he can. There's hopefully that this don't come to an end for him here early on. Uh, Less than half of the race complete, and the nose has gone off of his car, and he was one of our playoff drivers coming in. This could be devastating for him here going into the playoffs. We'll have to keep tabs on that and see how that pans out. Chris Harvey's still leading the way here tonight. Racing going on here with these guys. Sam D's in the mix. Thornhill's here. Joe Morato's there. All these guys racing for position in the top 10. The 22 of Dalton now under attack by Morata. He will take the position away. Dalton will be running 7th. Now it's between Sam D and Joe Morata, and our caution is out. This should be our competition yellow. This should be the last of the competition yellows that we have. We are at lap 46. And Chris Harvey is leading the way. All right, we are back at Las Vegas. Everybody came down pit road, took on tires and a set of fuel. And right now, it looks like that Lawton will be our leader on the restart, with Chris Harvey going to start second. Third's going to be Jonathan Schwartz. Fourth will be Jeremy Moore, his number 11 machine. Jeremy having a good run here tonight. I'm glad to see that. He's kind of a guy that just goes out there, runs his own race, stays rather quiet and out of trouble. So it looks like his car's good and clean. Good to see him having a good run here tonight. Adam Lowe rounding out the top 5, the number 50 machine. Brandon Murray will start 6th. Big Joe Morata, he'll start 7th. Jason Dalton will start 8th. Sam D will start 9th. 10th will be Brandon Thornhill. Hermie Sadler will be 11th. Landon Quisenberry, he'll start 12th. Tanyan Sutphin, 13th. Barrett Flo, he'll restart 14th. Christine rounding out the top 15. Aaron Hearn, Tony Cerabo, Randy Arms, Brandon Massey, Tart Hill, Joe Owen, Dale Lee will be from that point out. Lights are off on the pace car. Joshua Lawton, he'll restart on the pole here. Chris Harvey out of East Tennessee. He's on the outside. Jonathan Schwartz, he's driver number 58. Jeremy Moore, we're starting fourth out of Bristol, Tennessee. And Brandon Murray in his Toyota rounds out the top 5. All right, Lawton is back out to a good start on Harvey and Schwartz. We are halfway, 50 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Lawton driving that thing like he stole it. And he's being chased by the rest of the field. Next machine of Brandon Murray. He'll take a commanding position there. Fourth spot. Racing going on back here with these guys everywhere. Lawton out by about a second and a half now over the second place car, Schwartz. Everybody going to hold on to her, Sam. Don't get out there too far. That number 22 car of Dalton is out there. These guys rely solely on what their spotters say. But if the spotters make any kind of a mistake whatsoever, these drivers can be involved in a crash pretty daggone quick at the speeds that they're turning out here tonight. Landon Quisenberry. Landon's car is fairly clean. Don't see any damage to his machine. He's running just outside the top 10 and 11th behind Big Joe Murata. Then it's Hermie Sadler coming into the picture here. Big fan of Herbie's. Watched Hermie and his brother Elliott race on the NASCAR circuit for a long time, and always big fans of theirs. And glad to see him out here racing with the Lightspeed Racing League. Randy Arms back here. Randy's sitting quiet back here doing his thing right now, and just kind of chilling out just a little bit. Brandon Massey went back down pit road there just a few minutes ago, and while he was down pit road, it looks like they taped on a new nose or stuck the nose back on it. It is wrinkled up a little bit on the front there, as you can see, in his Camaro. But they were able to get it fastened back on there, and he's right now running 14th. There's Chris Dean. Back up to the front with Joshua Lawton. He is currently just over a second and a half, coming pretty close to about a second and three-quarter lead. We are coming to 60 laps complete in the 100 that we have here ready to go. Some action going on right there with those guys. Some great shots from the camera crew tonight. Racing under the lights here at Las Vegas. Is you can get a good look at this track on this shot right here um, that the camera guys are putting out. A beautiful facility here, fairly substantial in size. Getting some tight racing going on between these three cars right here. Just as we say that, they separate out by a little bit. Look like the 22 machine of Dalton is flashing out a little bit. Might be having some connection problems there. These guys come in from all over the United States and other countries to race. And you never know what kind of weather that they're having where they live when they log into the iRacing server. Sometimes their machines will flash out, and that's all because of connectivity in their sim rigs. So, for those of you that always wondered what causes that, that's exactly what it is. That's an internet connection on their sim rigs that causes that. Looks like that it's took care of itself for the time being anyway, and he's racing for position. Landon Quisenberry. Let's take a ride with Landon here and see what he's doing inside that race car. Landon using up every bit of that racetrack to try to make up some ground here in the race. It was good to take a ride with him and watch him in action down there. Take a ride with Hermie. Hermie hard at work at his office. AMD trying to stay in the fight. Now, as we go back up in the front here, we see a little bit of a difference here. Lawton, who was about a second, three-quarter lead over the second place of Schwartz, is now down less to a second. Schwartz is making his way back up toward the leader, and he's working on him. Now, these two cars are under no threat from the third place car of Chris Harvey currently. Uh, Harvey's 2 3/4 seconds back off of the leader. So now it's coming down to where it's going to be Jonathan Schwartz. Can he run the 55 of Lawton down? Looks like, according to our board, that he's staying right around that 0.85 to 0.90 in that area every lap. So we'll have to keep a watch on that, see how that pans out. "72 laps now complete, and I believe that we have reached the part of the race where these drivers are now settling in, going to turn some laps, try to regain some composure, catch their breath, so to speak, and give this last 25 a hard run. These guys sit in these sim racers and race these cars. They get a little tired, and believe it or not, folks, that these guys sometimes will even break a sweat in these sims while they're racing some of the bigger races. These drivers got a lot that they have to do when it comes to these races. For instance, number one, they have to drive the car. They have to practice the car. They have to qualify the car. Then they have to drive the car in the race. But then while they're driving these cars, they have control panels in their sims that they have buttons at their disposal to set up with whatever they want uh, set up with. Uh, some of them put um, pit road speeds in them so they don't speed down pit road. Some put two tires, some put four tires, some put fuel. And these guys have to make these decisions while they're driving these race cars. When am I going to pit? How much fuel do I have right now? When do I need to come down pit road? Am I taking two tires, four tires, no tires, fuel only? They have to make these decisions as they're turning these laps in this race. So it's not just driving the race car. Sometimes they have to push the buttons on it as well. Some of the cars you see now it's chosen to come down pit road. Joshua Lawton has now pushed it back out over a second, where he was getting close to 3/4 of a second just a little bit ago. He's now back at about a 120 over the second place car of Schwartz. I would think that all of these guys are going to end up having to come down pit road under a green flag stop to take on fuel or whatever that they're going to need. Now, Brandon Massey, he's our current Xfinity Series champion, and he has raced his way now back up into the top 15, which you see him scored now um, in sixth. But this is because these other cars have decided to come down pit road. This will all cycle back around. Out in the front, leading the way, Landon Quisenberry. All of these guys getting around Massey. Massey on a little bit older tires than what those guys are. There he comes down pit road now. Now, what would have been the strategy in that, you say, that Massey was trying to pull off there? Had he stayed out there racing with the other leaders that were ahead of him, and a caution would have came out, there would have only been 5 or 6 cars, 5 as a matter of fact, I believe, would have only been on the lead lap. Everybody else would have been trapped a lap down. And then he would have had the top 5 cars, all he would have had to have been racing. However, the yellow flag did not come out, so therefore he had to make a green flag stop. And now everything will shuffle through. And everybody will start getting lined back up where they belong. Quisenberry now slowing off pace as some of these cars are getting around him that have been down pit road. There's 19 laps to go. Landon Quisenberry leading the way while we take a commercial break and come back for the finish of the race. All right. Landon Quisenberry still leading the way, 17 laps to go. Landon has almost a 6-second lead now over the second place car of Joe Owen, who is the number 160 Pepsi machine. Positions being swapped around all over the place right now. The top 15 cars on the lead lap. Everybody from there back is either one lap down or more or out of the race because those cars up in the front have not pitted as of yet. There's Quisenberry coming down pit road. So now that's going to put Joe Owen out in the front. With Owen leading the way, he now has about a 11-second lead over Joshua Lawton, who's running third. Now, will Owen try to stay out these last 15 laps and try to get to the finish? Or will he bring it down pit road? Because that 15 seconds has now dropped to under 10. So he's got some thinking he's got to do. He's decided to slow it down to pit road speed, bring it down to pit road. And that's going to put Joshua Lawton back up in front as our leader with a 3.5 second over the number 6 of Murray. Brandon Murray running second. Chris Harvey's currently running third. Adam Lowe, he's fourth. Sam D, he's running sixth. Seven is going to be that vehicle number 22 of Jason Dalton. Jeremy Moore in the number 11 car. Jeremy having a really good run tonight. His car looks super, super clean. Don't see any racing stripes on it at all. No wrinkled fenders or anything on it. He's having a great race here tonight. Back behind him, we've got some racing going on between Thornhill, Tart Hill, Hermie Sadler is in the mix. Big Joe Murata, he's in the mix there with him. All racing for position. Positions being swapped back through here. Hermie Sadler into the mix. He's trying to gain ground on the 11 car of Jeremy Moore. Hermie's had a pretty good night tonight. He's raced in the front, he's raced in the back, and everywhere in between. But his car's clean. No wrinkled up fenders or anything on it. Joshua Lawton, 9 laps to go at 4 3/4 second lead out in the front. Landon Quisenberry, he's currently 14th. after coming down pit road off the lead. Harvey in the 97, he's tracking down Murray in the number 6. This will be for second position here. Some great looking race cars with those two guys. We'll see if the driver of the Tennessee Shine Machine can get up on the bumper and make a run for it. Two Toyotas leading the way currently with Chris Harvey in the first Ford. They're chasing down that number 6 machine. We currently have two Toyotas leading the way in first and second. Then there's 3 Fords. And then there is 5 Chevrolets rounding out the top 10. The number 4 machine, Tanya Sutphin, on the outside. He's just going to stay out of the way and let him go at it. There it is. There's the 97 machine of Chris Harvey making a look down on the inside of Brandon Murray. Will he be able to get there? They are side by side going down into the corner. Still side by side coming off the corner. Crossing a line with 4 to go. Can he make it happen, folks, in what few laps that is left? He is going to reset himself up, fall back in line, and settle for third currently. And see if he can make another run at it. There's Joshua Lawton. He's out by almost 5 seconds now over the second place car of Murray. When he comes back around to the line, there'll be 2 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Lawton pretty much in control of his own destiny here tonight. Earlier in the race, and some of the pit strategy that he used, he went into the pits early. We'll have to talk to him about that at lap 14 and see what he was thinking, if he just wanted to be off schedule with everybody else. But maybe that'll be a good question, and we can ask him once we get an interview with him, should he finish in the top 3 here tonight. 2 laps to go. At the line, we are on the final lap. Lawton leading the way. Chris Harvey did get around Murray for second. There's Lawton. He's rolling it off the corner. And at the line, the unofficial results will be Lawton winning the race. Chris Harvey crossing second. Brandon Murray crossing third. Adam Lowe, he'll cross fourth. Sam Denyon, he'll round out the top 5 here tonight. Jason Dalton, he'll be 6th. 7th will be Brandon Thornhill, Hermie Sadler 8th. Big Joe Murata will be 9th. Jeremy Moore rounding out the top 10. They will be the finish of tonight's event. There will be our winner as they'll get their picture taken here tonight. And let's take a look at our final results, unofficial results of tonight's race, while that we get these guys brought up for interviews here tonight. If we can. Not sure what's happening here, but give us just a second. We'll see if we can't get it straightened up and get a chance to talk to these guys here. All right. No doubt about it, there was some good racing going on here at Las Vegas tonight, folks. Glad you all joined in with us. We're going to be looking for our drivers here, see if we can't get them pulled up and come up and talk to us here for just a second. So if you'll bear with us for just 1 minute here. We'll be right back after our commercial break and we'll talk to our winners. All right, folks, we're working on getting those drivers pulled up here. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that. We have everybody except for Chris Harvey. So let's go ahead and start with the number 6 machine of Brandon Murray. Bring him up in the booth and see if we can talk to him tonight. This is going to be our third place finisher of Mr. Brandon Murray in his number 6 machine. Brandon, this is Buckshot up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Buckshot. How you doing, buddy?
Buddy, not too bad. Glad to see you guys made it out here tonight to race with us. Appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
Uh, Tell us a little bit about tonight.
We were really off in practice. Spent a lot of the time down at the bottom of the leaderboard, so I was really worried coming into the race and qualified inside the top 10, I think, and then showed a lot of speed in the little heat race there. So I thought, well, maybe we'll be all right. Maybe we can salvage something, maybe a top 5 or something. Definitely didn't think I'd be running second with 5 to go and battle for second place there at the end. But yeah, it was a good night. I needed it. It's been a rough few weeks for me, man, in these cars. Really needed a good night, and I'm glad I finally got one.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too, man. I'll tell you what, I was watching you there at the end, there on the television screen, and it looked like to me that it was going to come down to where that Harvey was just going to have to flat out run you to take over that second spot. It looked like your car was strong. Thought you were going to be able to pull off that second there, but it looked like he was able to sneak in there right at the last minute and pull it off. But man, overall, good clean race for you tonight. Looked like you stayed out of trouble. Looked like your car stayed clean. Looked like everything went according to the plan that you had in place. Did you play any pit strategy tonight that benefited to you?
Uh, Not really. I don't know what happened to Schwartz there, but he definitely should have been in front of me. I think he may have got a penalty on pit road or something. But we Schwartz doesn't get that penalty. We still finished fourth. So really kind of finished where we were running before the pit stops. I thought if I pitted early, maybe I could gap a couple of people more than I could if we put it on the same lap. And thankfully, that's what happened, and I was able to keep third. But Harvey, I had nothing for him, man. He tracked me down from a second back over those last 10 laps, and he got to me. And I tried to keep him behind me, but that man was fast.
Yeah, he had ran pretty solid. We was watching him throughout the race tonight. He ran pretty solid about anywhere he was racing at tonight, and he
Yeah.
did show some speed about all the whole race there. But let's third spot, like you say, you take it, move on to the next one, build off of it, and get yourself ready to go for the next round. And I'm sure you got people you'd like to thank. So have at her, my friend.
Oh yeah, man. Light Speed Racing League, man. This is one of the best leagues on iRacing, hands down. I've been a part of a few, and I just love being here. You Buckshot for putting on the amazing broadcast that you do. Do a great job every week, and we really appreciate it. Um, Brandon Thornhill for kind of helping me learn how to run the track after practice. Told me I could drive it a lot harder than I was, so that helped a lot. And the good Lord above for giving me the opportunity to iRace, man. That's about it.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, you got to give all credit where credit is due, and the good Lord above is what makes it all possible for every one of us. And we have to say that to hear you say that is phenomenal. We appreciate you coming out and racing with us here at the Lightspeed Racing League, and I would agree. Out of all of them that I've seen, I believe this to be the number one and one of the best. And you guys are superstars down there on that racetrack and put on great race every week. And it's been a privilege to talk to you up here, Brandon, and congratulations on your third place finish again. And brother, we'll be looking forward to talking to you again real soon.
All right, sounds good, Buckshot. Have a good one, man. Thank you again.
Uh, All right, buddy, you take care of yourself.
Later.
That was Brandon Murray in the number six machine, finishing up the third spot. I'm not sure just exactly where that the man himself went, Mr. Harvey. Not sure where he's at. He may have already logged out and took off and went to the truck. But nevertheless, we'll give him just a minute to where we can maybe see if we can't get him up. I'm not sure where he's at, but we'll take a look and see if we can get him in here. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and bring down our winner. See if we can get him to come up and talk to us in the booth. This is Joshua Lawton in that number 55 machine. He's back up on the number one spot tonight, taking a checker flag here at Las Vegas. How about it, Joshua? You got a copy? This is Buckshot up in the booth.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
But I'll tell you what, on a rail for you again tonight, it looked like.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Got a little worried there. I haven't ran here in a long time, and wasn't sure what kind of pace I could keep going. I did a long run in practice, fuel run, kind of felt it out. But Chris there before the second stage, I honestly thought he put on new tires because he blew by me like I was standing still, and then I got the lead back luckily. And this place is huge. Arrow and track position means a lot. So luckily, I was able to get back out front and kind of control the pace. And Jonathan got me a little worried there when he started running me down. I'm like, I was worried I didn't save enough tires, but I knew I was keeping the car turning, so I knew I wasn't going to be in bad trouble. And then unfortunately, man, he had that pit road penalty. It looks like, and it was kind of easy selling from there.
Well, now there was one thing that I did notice that during the race here tonight. At lap 14, you decided to come down pit road. Was that part of your strategy?
Yeah, Buckshot, because we only got three sets of tires, two in the pits, and we couldn't run to the second stage on fuel. So I knew track position was going to be huge. So I kind of gave up the first stage to come in and put fuel in it so I could make it to the end of the second stage before I put tires on. So That was just a track position thing I was doing. I did it last week, but the stages were a little different, and it didn't work out that well for me. So, but this week it did.
Yeah, well, it looked like the car was strong. Looked like whether that it was short run or long run, your car was strong. You could pretty much do anything there with it that you wanted to do. Back out here again with a podium finish, and I'm sure you got people you'd like to thank. So I'll get out of your way and let you take care of that.
I appreciate it, buddy. I just want to thank everyone at the Lightspeed Racing League for letting me be a part of this league. All the guys at Phase Two, Liquid Moly, Motive Oils and Additives. Appreciate them coming on board as a sponsor, and all you guys up here in the booth for taking away from your time to broadcast this for us. We appreciate it.
Well, Justin, well, we thank you for coming out and racing with us here. It's always good to watch you guys down there. I get the privilege of sitting up here doing the easy work while you guys are the ones down there cranking on the steering wheels, putting on the show for everybody. And we appreciate you coming out and racing with us. It's always good to talk to you, and I'm sure that this is just the start of it. The playoffs. What's your thoughts on the playoffs before we let you go?
Uh, Looking forward to it. Vegas was probably my worry race. Richmond we go to next. I love Richmond, the short track, so I feel good about that. And Michigan, feel good about Michigan too. I just probably need to run a little bit. I feel better if I've run on the service a little bit on that track, throughout their weeks. And unfortunately, they don't have those coming up, so I just got to make sure I practice a little bit, and we'll be all right.
Good deal. All right, my friend. I'll tell you what. It's been a privilege to talk to you. Congratulations again on the win. Take care of yourself, and we'll be looking forward to talk to you again.
All right, Buckshot. You too, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. All right, that was our winner, Joshua Lawton. There still again. We'd like to be able to talk to Chris Harvey, but for whatever reason, not able to find Chris and get him up here. I don't know where he's hiding at, unless, like I said, he's already left. But maybe we'll be able to catch him sometime soon and talk to him. I'm not sure where that he's at, but would certainly have liked to have spoke with him. He's always fun to talk to and about his racing and the things that he does and out there on the racetrack. But we're not going to be able to get to him, I don't think, tonight for whatever reason. So we'll probably just have to wait him out till the next time around. Chris, we apologize not able to find you. Make sure that one more time before that we say that we're not going to do that. Well, no, wait a minute. Here he is. We have found him, so we are going to be able to do our best to talk to him tonight. He was hiding on us, but we were able to find him. It's Chris Harvey driving the number 97. That's going to be the Tennessee Shine Machine. Chris, you got a copy of this? Is Buckshot up in the booth?
What's up, Buckshot?
Man, I'll tell you what. I told you we was going to be talking again pretty soon, and here we are, brother. Another podium finish for you.
Yeah, I told you we were going to have some connection issues with that 55 car if we were going to get a win. So he was lightning fast again. So, but we'll take a P2 behind him every week.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, your car looks strong. And as we were talking to the third place driver, Murray, he said that he wasn't for sure he was going to be able to hold you at bay. It looked like that coming down to the wire there, and you were able to make a move. Tell us about that last pass on Murray coming to the line.
Yeah, he was able to shoot off really fast there for the first 10 or 15 laps of a run. And then I could start to reel him in a little bit. Um, but there, in those last 10 laps, he was putting his car like in the perfect position to where every time I would try to make a move, my car would get super tight. So he was doing like a fantastic job. And if it wasn't for a lap car, we kind of run into like a lap car there coming off of four once, and I was able to get a super run off of four. And I think if it was straight up, just a heads up, me and him, I don't think I would have been able to get by him. But I was able to kind of use that lap car to my advantage. It kind of slowed him up a little bit. I think it might have got him tied off the corner or something. But it was a really fun battle with the six car. Um, and a good battle with pretty much everybody all night. Me and Jeremy and Dale, we kind of showed up tonight. I didn't really get much practice in, so we decided just to start in the back and ride around and get a good feel for it and save tires. And we were able to come through the field pretty good. Jeremy finished at the end of stage two there. Jeremy was able to get a P3 in stage two, which is the best run he's had all year. So super proud of him. And but yeah, it was a fun night.
Yeah, man, it sure was. I sit here and I was watching the race and seen all the movements that you were making and advances that you were getting down there. It looked like your car was doing well. Looked like you kept it clean. There were some other cars that didn't have such good luck. It got nose tore off of them or whatever, and wasn't able to get them repaired and get back out there. But you kept your car clean, raced it back up to second spot, finished on the podium, man. Got to have sponsors, I think, for helping you get there.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Buckshot, and everything you do for the league. It's a good show you put on. It's fun to go back and watch the races. Anthony, Joseph, all the admins, Landon, Brandon, or I guess there's like 15 Brandons, but uh, anyway, all those guys, they do a really good job putting on a good show. There was a little bit of nonsense tonight, but they cut it out like immediately. So the admins do just a great job of getting the nonsense cut down. So um, I like to thank Uncle Russ. He's always tuned in, giving me some pointers. My teammates Dell and Jeremy were here tonight. Dylan wasn't able to make it, and my father-in-law Anthony's the other guy I raced with. He's feeling bad, so hopefully he feels better soon. Um, who else? I can't think of anybody else. Oh, my buddy John. He's probably watching at his parents' house like always, and that's pretty much it.
All right, Chris, we appreciate you, Uncle Russ, and everybody. Thank you for joining in and watching Chris race and being with us here tonight. And hope that the family gets to feeling better, that everything comes out okay there. And Chris, congratulations again, man, on that second place finish. And we'll look forward to talking to you again, brother.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right, you take care of yourself. We'll see you next time. All right, that was Chris Harvey. He's the driver of the number 97 machine. Uh, he finishes out second there tonight. Take a quick look before that we sign off here and where we end up with. We talked to Joshua Lawton. We talked to Chris Harvey in second, Brandon Murray in third. Adam Lowe brings home fourth. Sam D, he'll finish out the top five. Jason Dalton, he'll finish sixth. Brandon Thornhill seventh. Hermie Sadler finishes out eighth. Big Joe Murata finishes out ninth in the top 10. Jeremy Moore, he'll finish out 10th. Randy Arms, the Ohio native, he'll finish out on 11th. Landon Quisenberry, truck champion, he'll finish out 12th. Tony Serbo, he'll finish out 13th. Brandon Massey, he is our current Xfinity Series champion. He'll finish out 14th. Barrett Flo, he'll finish out top 15. Christine 16th. Josh Tart he'll finish out 17th. Jonathan Schwartz, he'll finish out in 18th position. Along with that, we have just real quick with Tanyan Sutphin. He'll finish out 19th. Joe Owen will finish out 20th. Aaron Hearn, he'll finish 21st. Dale Lee, 22nd. Brian Sutphin finishing out 23rd. That'll be all of our cars that started the race here tonight. Congratulations to Joshua Lawton on his win here at Las Vegas. Well, we hope everybody's enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Hope you've enjoyed the racing that you saw. This is going to be a great finish up to our season for our points championship in the playoffs getting started tonight. So stick around with us, and every Tuesday night from here on out, the remainder of the season's going to pull this thing off. A lot of great drivers. Anything can happen at any time, and points can change. And just when you think it'll all be complete and finished, something can turn up and it'll all be all over with and start all over someplace else. So, congratulations to all of our drivers for being here with us tonight. Thank you for coming. We appreciate all of your sponsors, all of your teams, all of your people that join in and watch us every week. We want to thank our sponsors as well because we couldn't do what we do without them. So, we appreciate them. And from all of us here at the Lightspeed Racing League, the Lightspeed Racing Network, this is Buckshot. Until next time, everybody, we'll see you at the racetrack.